welcome on the banter. This is your favorite program, the banter, and I'm your host today, Alfreda Ambe Bassi. I'm not alone this afternoon. I have with me one single lady, three single men.
How do you know that?
Uncle Juvie. Uh, how are you this afternoon?
Well, you know it's your boy Julie. I just love being here.
Is your voice for me? It's nice having
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the woman by your right, I'm busy your left.
I am Ellen Ifele.
Helen, it's nice meeting you. Welcome on the banter.
Yeah,
How
thank
are you
you.
doing today?
I'm doing good.
All right. And on my right, I have the amazing Delight, the light of God.
Thank you for having me. It's a privilege,
Yes,
as always.
it's a player. And the man with the shiny head.
You're supposed to stand though. Yes, now.
Damo.
Hello, my name is Kelvin.
Yes, so we have Juvie, Helen, Kelvin, and Delight on the show today, and we promise to give you, banting as it is hot. And our first topic today, we are looking at a Nigerian UK-based man. He was talking about, the challenges he faced relocating abroad, and I want us to speak to this, guys. So I read through his comment on Instagram, all right, and he said, "I hate to hear I am relocating because I want to secure the future of my children. Why using your children to play your personal game when there's no law that forbids you from relocating because you want to? How do you secure your children's future by taking them to where you are likely to lose them with government backing? Relocate, do well for yourself. You earn yourself the right if you want to. Your children's future isn't secured because you left Nigeria, actually. You might just have realized that you destroyed their future." So I want you guys to speak to this. I would like to start with the man on my left, Juvie.
Well, I wish someone else had to do this, but for what it is, it's not an objective statement. One wouldn't say uh, because he relocated, the system there actually jeopardized everything. In some cases, yes, we've had instances, but there are Nigerians out there in the UK. I mean, a whole lot. Whether it's the north of it, North London. I mean, you find Nottingham. I mean, just go there, you find Nigerians and whose children are doing pretty well. All right. Now there are laws that coming from Nigeria, you know that you do anyhow, you see anyhow, just dash you,
I better dash me.
collect. But over there, these things are frowned at, and when kids don't get it from here, like we, and the system makes it very easy. But it is your duty as a father to love and discipline your kids. You might not do it like we used to in Nigeria,
But you
or
know
you
that
could bring them home. Just bring them to see grandpa and grandma.
and beat them.
No, you won't beat them. You just you introduce them to the culture. Like this is the culture. In case you guys mess up, but I think it shows that we've got a rich heritage here, and we should cherish it some more. If things were not, is it the same for everybody? It's subjective. It's debatable whether the system is really bad that almost all Nigerians are leaving the country and all that. So I feel his pain, but I still think there's still a way out. There's a way out. Yeah.
Okay, Kelvin.
Uh, okay. Does your location has anything to do with your kids? So I think that should be the first question, because we have people, we have Nigerians who travel to the UK and still their children came out successfully. We have Nigerians who stayed in Nigeria and their children also, So I think the location is not really it's the parents.
Okay.
Yes, everything boils down to the mom and the dad.
I think the guy's complaint was the system helps for some things to be easy. You don't spank kids there.
You know there are
There are
laws
laws
over
like
there that you don't. The way
corporal
you react to your
punishment
children here in
and for
Nigeria is
even
not the same way you react to
putting
them.
them through some
You can't actually beat them
emotional
up.
But the thing is that you don't really need to spank your kid before you correct them. Not all the time.
Wow.
Yes. No, seriously.
I was spanked and
You are
I mean, I was
stubborn.
spanked.
Accept them. You are stubborn. No, seriously. See, I can actually count the numbers of time my mom actually lay her hands on me.
Wow.
Seriously. You know, Mr. Not the fear her.
Your dad uncle.
I actually grew up with my mom alone.
So-
So for I used to see my dad. I visit him once in a while. But my dad is the calm type. When my mom now be the one when always they shout. But I can still count the numbers of times she actually used cane on me. But she can shout. So there are times I will hear my mom's voice. I'll be scared. Don't say she won't even beat me, but just the voice.
There's this saying that in Africa, is the father that beats up the male child.
The male child or the child?
The male child. While it's the mother that beats up the daughter.
My father beat me up.
Now, a father will have to pamper the female, and the mother will pamper the male child. You get, so you living with it. That's why I asked the question: did you stay with your father? So assuming you stayed with your father, you know whether.
No, talk directly. Come out directly and talk to me.
What are you saying?
There's someone you have in mind. Talk directly.
Let's have the only woman in the midst of guys. Actually, I'm a woman. I don't know why I'm calling you only woman. Actually, Helen. So I want you to speak to this.
Okay,
Well done. So I'm not fine. Take that back.
Okay. To the what I want to start with. Well, what I want to begin with is they say charity begins at home. So it's whatever we give to our kids here that they take outside, whatever you train them with, their background. So wherever they go, they show who they are, wherever they are. So when a man is saying he's losing his daughter to the US government, what is he saying? How did he train his child? What did he put in his head or her head? What did he put inside, the things he has been grooming the child with? So those things would also want to adapt, we want to change the child's perspective and even shake the man and say, I'm losing my child to the government of the UK, So charity begins at home. Whatever we train our kids with is what they show outside.
Now, there's a comment. Somebody made a comment under this guy's comment, and he said that a Nigerian woman who relocated to, sent her kids to the school in Edinburgh, and last year her son was asked about his parents beating him. He told them how they used to beat him in Nigeria, whenever he misbehaved. Child service were called, and the woman lost her 2 sons to the government. So this is something that happened in Nigeria.
Okay, well,
and then they asked him over there.
In Scotland, right? Edinburgh, Scotland. The system there frowns at it. I think there is something, someone said before you travel, find out the laws of that place. I'm not saying this because I have anything with the system. Find out what is allowed there, and maybe you recode your children and say, guys, this is the situation. Yeah. Because once you leave the shores of Nigeria and you get out there, whatever the law says, it binds you. Yeah. And so we don't lose more kids. But I've had friends, I've had families go out there and they return, and nobody is saying, you get what I'm saying? Let's find out what the laws are. And also, it's just even beyond this. There are other laws we might not want to talk about now.
You have 2 different, culture. The culture they practice over there is different from the one we practice here. And both cultures practice respect, but their own kind of respect is different. One is held in high esteem. And you have a situation whereby over there, everybody is seen to be equal. The way a mother would treat the father is the way the child is expected to be treated. And here you have whereby people who are 10 years old, 12 years old, any small disrespect to the father, or let me use an example, the Yoruba ethnic group. you have a child disrespecting an elder, and he's not able to like do the normal prostrating, you know what follows next? Beating up. And you are relocating to a place whereby everybody is seen as an equal. So because the child does not bow down or does not do the normal Yoruba greeting, you are now planning on, you have lost the kid, obviously. So people should understand that if you are moving to a place, it depends on you. If you were born over there and you grew up over there, then you can raise your kids. But if you are moving from a place like Nigeria, and you know how you were structured, you know how you were created, that if you don't do this, if you don't wash the plates, you will get spanked, and you're expecting that because it's going to be inherent, because it's training, and training sticks with a man or a woman. It's not something that just comes on and off. So you are going over there, definitely. If you see someone doing otherwise, you may want to correct the person. And if the person was not brought up in an environment where you yourself learnt that training, and you've corrected the person 2 to 3 times, you may tend or you may want to beat the person or correct him as the normal way you were taught in your own community. So if you are going to another country, you must understand that the cultural backgrounds or the foundations are 2 different things. So you are going to be using their own system of training and their own way of life to train your child. So if you are planning on using, because the story you gave of the comments you gave now of the woman losing her 2 sons, obviously she was trying to use the way she was trained in Nigeria to train her kids over there. And you are in 2 different environments, which is not going to be possible. Trust me, there, you may have a kid that, I even read the comment, it said that with government backing. Can you imagine? So losing...
the lady's case is even funny, how that the beating happened in Nigeria. Right?
And the child went there to report.
And so they just interrogated you, what has been your history.
Yeah.
And
this
so,
is how my mom
when
used to
we're
beat
in
me in Nigeria, you know, that kind of thing.
Probably the child was just, I don't know how old, just recanting things that used to be.
Particular thing will actually affect the child psychologically later.
There's well, it depends on on the
because now
because
now they've separated him or her from her parents.
There's a level to beating that affects a child.
Okay.
Now, constant beating is what affects a child. But beating a child when he does something wrong is not what will affect a child.
I'm saying that talking about the story she actually read, not the government taking it. Yes.
I'm not sure this is a young child. Ordinarily, when a child like this, their support system, they put you in a different home where you have a man and a woman take care of that. So nobody takes you off from a family, then takes you into isolation.
I know they take it.
And so there's definitely a system.
Hope you know that there are children that have square.
Yeah, now beating a child once can make you to lose the child.
I mean,
that's if you do not have a good lawyer to help you with the case. If you have a good lawyer, they may give you a warning. But if you beat your child once, you in fact
with wheels on the face or something.
Yes, and
I think when you're in Rome, you behave like the Romans. That is what they say. So when you are going to a particular place, like Ruby said, you should know the law, know what guides them, know the do's and don'ts. It's not everything that you do in Nigeria that is accepted over there, overseas. So you should know the laws, know what guides them, know the do's and don'ts, know where to go. In fact, if possible, go through your map. Go through the map so that you play safe.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
So Kelvin, like just 20 seconds. I want you to speak to the citizens, those that are actually planning to relocate there, because these are the issues.
With what I'm hearing now, I'm even scared. Seriously, I'm scared. Like Delight said, I've told myself that definitely I will beat my sons if they're not year old. But for my daughter, I'm scared of having a daughter. If God is giving me 5 kids, if the 5 now you why you shout 5 now? Is it your 5? Now you want to take your...
Is it your 5?
Are you US government?
Wait. Will you say I thought to train the 5? Oh yeah, I hope you don't want to punish one woman somewhere.
We have to work together. So definitely we'll work together. So if God's giving me 5, the 5 of them should be boys. I believe the guys are stronger, so they feel wage any beat now. But for the girls, They can. So with what I'm hearing now, I'm even scared of moving over. Seriously. Yeah. Eh?
Before they collect your children for your hand.
Definitely that for my sons.
So you are scared. You are now telling people to be scared. That's what you are trying to say.
I'm not saying they should be scared, but for those parents who believe you don't have to spare the rod. You don't have to spare the rod. So I think they should be more.
It's even scriptural.
They should be more inclined.
Scriptural now.
About the do's and don'ts, according to Ellen, the do's and don'ts in that particular country they are going to.
Delight, just in 10 seconds.
Okay,
Speak to the...
well, if you're planning to relocate with young kids, they are not yet grown up to the matured age, or they don't have that matured mind yet. I would advise you allow them go through the cultural background of your own country. Why? Everything it depends on your decision. If you know that you'll be able to handle yourself when they misbehave there, you'll be able to correct them, fine, you can do what you want to do. But you know that your emotions cannot be controlled. I would advise you allow them to get sense very well here. Just imagine, the reason why I'm saying this is because just imagine you are over there now and your son comes home and says, "Dad, meet my husband." What will you do? Your son just comes home and says, "Dad, meet my husband," or "Mom, meet my husband." Man to man, no, that's what I'm saying. So and now, so you don't know, you are exposing them to a different lifestyle and a different culture from where you were brought up. So I will advise that you allow them to get the foundation here right, so that when they go there, they are mature, they know their rights
know how
from
to handle
left
things over there. All right, I'm Helen.
Oh, okay. Like I said, when you're in Rome, you behave like the Romans. So when you find yourself in a new place, in a new environment, try to be cautious of where you are, because that is not where you're from. That is where you are over there. So when you move to a different environment, just play along so you don't get caught.
Hey, bad. All right, Juby.
Play along, we'll pray. All right. It's very easy to say, just study the culture. Some things shocks you, like, what's up with you, man? What's up? And you just want to correct. Let me just correct you in love, just a little, not the full. Just let me top. I want to just.
That was more brushing.
But so let's be wary and spirit control, temperament. You have to just control yourself when you're out there. People have done it, and so I'm not. It's not really a big deal. But let's be careful. Raise your kids well. People still spank their kids out there, so raise your kids well. Yes, spank them then you give them something to cover. So they don't hear.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for your contributions. You all have spoken well. So my own advice is not, while striving for a better future for your children, it's not just about good intentions, right? You have to be informed and be prepared for the challenges that may arise during the journey of relocation. All right, so like they said, prepare your mind, find out, get to do research on the country, their laws, the government laws and the constitution and all of everything guiding that particular country, so that you'll be on the safer side. All right, guys, we are going on a quick break, and when we come back, the banter continues. Stay with us. Welcome back, guys. You're still on the banter. And it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. Okay. Thank you for staying with us, All right, so we are moving on to the second talk of the day, the presidential jet issue. The son of the president of the Republic of Nigeria used the presidential jet to Kano to watch a game. So
Polo. You want to see Polo?
You want to see Polo. So I want us to speak to this, because there have been reactions from different people, about it. People are criticizing, and those that are saying, it's his father's property, that kind of thing. Kelvin, Let's start with you.
Why me this time? It is father's property.
That one did.
How?
How?
Speak to it.
When I heard about the story, when I read it, I was, should I say, I was angry. I feel it doesn't make any sense. The fact that your dad is the president does not mean you have the right to get you have access to him. Does not mean you have. I think the jet is actually it's the government property. It's Nigerian's property, so you don't have the right to take it as if it's your private jet. No. It's as if you just it's like hosting a party on Aso Rock because your dad is the president, so I can actually host one big party in Aso Rock. That's the same thing now, which is totally wrong. To me, it's totally wrong.
Totally wrong. Helen, do you think it's totally wrong? Like Kelvin said.
Okay. The president's son using our private jets to fly.
It's in our. Not really our.
The Nigerian president is our #1 man now. So he's our president. So was it taking it for? It's actually for cruise. He was cruising with it, with our private jets. Hello, it's money that is burning. Money is burning. Budget is burning. It's not right.
It's not right.
No.
Delight.
Well, this news was first generated from social media before all other newspaper platforms started to carry it. So I'm still doing my research because I hold Seyi Tinubu to a high esteem and to a man of intelligence. So I don't expect someone like that to, well, you can never know the full side of a story on social media. He may have gone for an official meeting, and during that break, everybody does it. Everybody, you can go with your company to retreat or this calm down. He's still working. He's still working for.
Juvi, calm down. Calm down.
Are you listening? Allow me to land. Allow me to land, please. Thank you.
Yes, he landed in Kano.
Yes, but allow me to land here, please. Thank you. So what I'm saying is this: he may have gone for an official assignment, because I was saying every company does it. Your company, listen to me. Every private, whether private or federal, once they fly them
Juvi, let him land.
allow me to. You've not listened to me. You listen.
Continue.
No, I'm lecturing you.
No, don't lecture.
So what I'm saying is this: everybody does it. You go for an official assignment, and during the trip, maybe on the last day, you go whether for shopping. For people, people that travel to UK, you abroad, and they go for official purposes. And during their trip there and their stay there, they go out maybe to have lunch, or maybe on their final day. What I'm saying is this: maybe that's what he did. He may have gone for an official assignment, and during that official assignment, just let him visit, and someone captured it and said, "Oh, he came to do." It doesn't make sense for someone who has money to now decide and say he wants to use Nigerian's plane to go and watch. It doesn't make sense to me. So
Okay, so you're thinking that the social media
yes,
adjusted the story.
Yes, also,
okay.
You can't post something that is not sweet and expect it to trend now on social media. The story has to, just imagine how many people does not like Tinubu. Obviously, there are major number of people that do not like him. So just imagine this story coming out online. It's definitely going to trend. So what I'm saying is this: let's not just focus on one part where we are all seeing. Let's also go further and explore what really happened.
So what really happened?
I don't know.
Journalist.
I'm still doing my research. Everything I'm saying is what the public wants to hear, which is he went to watch Polo match
with his friends.
Okay, so first of all, I want to establish something before Juvi comes in, right? The presidential jet, right? It serves several purposes, and when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. Now, there's official travel, which is in fact one of the
president, right?
Yes, primary purpose. The official travel. There's for the president. Secure and efficient travel. Presidential jets are equipped with advanced security features. Okay, for security, communication systems, blah blah blah. Symbol of symbol of national sovereignty. All right, rapid response emergency transport, diplomatic missions, convenience and comfort. These are the purpose for the presidential jet. In fact, this symbol of national sovereignty is the oga pata pata for me. So why will you take, for me, like in my opinion, why would you use I feel like there's a president, there should be other, jets, not the presidential. That is national something. So Juvi, you can continue. I just wanted to establish that because of
I'm not
delight.
coming in from any place of bias, or I don't have a problem. The news adds nothing to me. I could just eat gari and sleep, and it doesn't really. But I'm only wondering. This is not the first time we're having such situation. I think there was a time Buhari's daughter or thereabout took the presidential jet, and Femi Falana, senior advocate, and he said it was not allowed under Nigerian law for the president's children to fly around in presidential jet. 20 January 12, 2020. I like to substantiate my claim when I speak, because even Air Force One, if the president is not on it, the children don't fly it. They don't go on any vacational trip without the president. They go as a family. Maybe they are going to for their vacation or whatever. But in this instance, he was found in Kano, Polo. I mean, if you know anything about the North, you know the game of polo is big time there. And so when you say you're not sure, it's there in public space. So let's not just waste our time. I mean, and now there are some rights that it's accrued to presidents, and this is a man, it's not a kid, President kids might use their reputation. They might ride even for USO, they might get to ride on the luxurious Air Force One and Marine One when traveling with their parents. Seyi
To be inside.
wasn't traveling with President Bola Tinubu. So why was he found on it?
You could use.
It makes
you could
no
use the convoy.
economical.
You could use another
You
I
can.
mean,
Yeah, do you get?
From
They,
Not the
Abuja
presidential
to
private
Abuja
jets.
to there's a train. Yes. And so Kaduna. I mean,
private
Kano.
jet, not
And
And
so
so
you
you can go to the airport, the other private jet there.
It makes no. It makes there's no
You could even use
logical.
military.
There's no logical explanation to this.
Yeah.
And we're trying to cut down. The last time the president was in India and all that, went to Dubai. I mean, people like, let's cut down on excessive spending, government spending.
Okay, now you said.
No, I'm
You
not
said-
done. Allow me, all right? Allow me. And because we must get things right. Let's get this country running right. So that when I become president, you should be able to say, but you said this. We're spending, we don't have the money, we don't have the financial muscle to take on excessive jamborees and going around and gallivanting over the... We're still struggling with security issues. We're struggling with budget deficits. So, please, how is this going to help the nation forward? You get what I'm saying? So, let's do things right. I know it's in the public space. Please, henceforth, let's have officials. Don't do these things. You are old. Get it for yourself. You've got the money. Take on charter and do whatever. Don't desecrate the name of Nigeria.
we are not even talking about the expenses. The cost of packing a jet. We are not talking about that, and that's to speak to what Juvi said about cutting down on expenses. It's just so uncalled for. There are other means of going to Kano without using that jet. I think Kelvin wanted to say something.
I think
The Air Force, the Nigerian Air Force could have taken him now.
If he really did, I'm condemning the action.
He
I'm
did, not if.
Hello, what I'm saying is this.
He did.
I'm speaking. You are speaking.
What are you speaking?
On your own. You are speaking on your own knowledge. Now, I do not have the full extent of the story, so I can't condemn
That means you
anybody.
can't even speak on this matter if you don't have
I
knowledge.
do. That's why I'm limiting myself to what I'm saying. If you hear me clearly, I always say I do not know the full cover of the story, so I can't condemn anybody.
Okay.
That's why I've said that if he really did that, I'm condemning the action. But you must also know that the presidential jet now is by law is not only the president that is to use it. There are 4 people who can use it. The first
Seyi
is
Tinubu.
the president, the second is vice president, the third is high-ranking government officials,
Like,
and the fourth is foreign
and
dignitaries.
so Sheyi's name is
That
not
thing you
on
read,
that
did you
list
see
now.
child inside? There's no
That is
child
what
there
we're
now.
saying. Nobody's saying he can.
Okay,
His name
who's-
is not on it.
What position does Seyi Tinubu hold?
Nobody is not owing
He's a
any
son.
position.
I reserve my. How do they say to the court of law?
Juby read that the
How do they say
president
to the
should
court of
be
law?
in the jet.
If he was going as a family,
Who's-
nobody
Yes.
is going
Who
to.
says
a
that's what I'm? That's why I read that.
Like, I think
I read that 4 people who can stay on the jet because of what he said.
So
that the
which-
president
which
was being
position is
on
Seyi Tinubu?
the. No, I can't answer that for you.
He's
Go
an-
and do your research.
It's an official.
So if you don't know, I will allow you to wallow in your ignorance.
I
So-
just think you're trying to
but
be
I'll-
safe.
I'll-
This is
I'll allow you-
healthy. It's
I'll allow you
unhealthy.
to
Take that
wallow
back.
in your
I feel-
ignorance.
Just take that
So
back.
I'm going to.
I feel if Sheyi, I got it. What was his name?
My show.
Sheyi Tinubu has not gone to.
You don't change our
Kaduna,
president's
sorry,
name.
not vex. Kano for that polo game. He has seen what is trending on social media. He would have come out to say this is the reason why. If it was an official assignment, that
The
would
question
Exactly.
is how many celebrities do that?
Come
How
on,
many
depend-
celebrities
Let's-
come out
let's-
to
we-
play
we-
there?
we are
See,
living-
we are in Nigeria.
This is
We
not-
obviously know that
Seyi
once they
Tinubu is
come
not
out,
a
we are going to
celebrity.
attack them.
Delight.
Look at how many. Okay,
He's a celebrity.
In what
This is
sense?
not celebrity.
He's the
This
president's
is
son.
the president's son.
we knew him
And
before.
he's in politics.
We knew him as a celebrity before his father became the president.
In what sense?
He's a politician.
Where is this guy coming from? Have you been?
No, I don't know.
Are you-
Educate me.
Can you show me?
Delight, calm down, calm down.
No, sorry.
Delight.
Can you show me your phone? Let me be sure that you are on
Now,
social
the
media.
truth is,
Delight.
when you come to argue, I said substantiate your claim. You
That's
said
what I'm
we.
saying.
I'm not part of the we.
Okay, please.
All right.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you to bring out your phone.
Hold up.
Guys!
Let me be
Hold
sure
up.
that you're on social media.
God!
I want to be sure that you're on social media
You're taking,
because
you're taking
if you are,
a very
if-
a subjective view on what is plain.
Juvie and Delight.
And it's messing up the-
Thank you very
you
much.
What we're
said
doing
you
here.
said he was not a celebrity, and everybody was surprised here.
Kelvin,
What was
please, you have
it?
10 seconds.
Did
to round
you
up.
did you
Fine.
know him before? His
Delight!
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
But
Kelvin,
can I just ask this last
No,
question?
you cannot.
Don't make me ask you a question that will flop
Juvie, it's okay.
and will mess up.
So your 10 seconds, Kelvin.
Okay. From the angle of Delight. From the angle of Delight, I understand his point. Now saying that he just wants to be sure if he actually went there for something more important. But I feel whatever he is going at with what he even read, the son of the president has no right to use the private jet on something in as much as the president is not there. He has no right to use the private jet. He has other options. He can go to our airport and book a private jet on his own. Why the presidential jet? It's actually very very wrong. The thing is that everything goes in Nigeria. That's why. No, seriously, everything goes in Nigeria.
You know, the president's son using the presidential private jets to fly his friends down to Kano for polo game. It's cruise, which is not part of the national budget. So please, it is wrong. It is just wrong for it doesn't add to the national development. Neither is it a tourism fair. So, and it's not even a right to him. So that is what I don't agree to that.
So at this point, we are going to round up on this note. And for me, in my opinion, I think that's all shades of wrong. The presidential jet is supposed to be for an official assignment. I think we need to cut down on our budget. We are trying to help Nigeria. So, so that's my opinion. And from here, we move to, the last topic of discourse on the show today. The lady who had the experience, she was telling her parents to buy her iPhone 8 for her birthday, and the parents bashed her, you know, and she did a video, right? And I'm sure that we've all watched the video. Delight. Delight, what's that bread for? I'm going to start with you, Delight. What's your reaction? Tell us.
It's still social media. One thing I like about myself is I do not take social media as a.
You don't take it serious.
But what I would condemn is the way the parents spoke. They spoke out of emotion. They were very angry. So I don't know what led to that anger that made them to speak to a child in that manner. This girl is the girl that came out from the union between you and your wife, and you know what it took to nurture the child in your stomach for 9 months. And using this kind of hurtful words on the child is very disheartening. So I will plead to the parents, if they are hearing us now, let's calm down first. Let's calm down. Whatever it is that she may have done, whether she has 10 times, because when I watched the video, it was always hammering on admission, 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 admission. True. And every one of us here who knows how admission process is, that period where you are writing your exam or where you are preparing for it, especially those ones that have done it before, they did not gain admission, and you are now at home, is now another year again for you to try your luck again. We know how difficult it is in an African home. Well, I'll just add, my advice to parents is this: let's not push.
So hold your thoughts.
Okay.
Just hold the advice. Helen, speak to this issue.
Okay, I watched the video, and I saw the way I heard how the parents were, bashing her. I think it was just a request they asked her or something. She just asked for iPhone 5. Okay, she asked for iPhone 8. Yes, iPhone 8. And they started from the mother to the father. They were just giving her buzz boost. And well, I want to speak to the lady. Why even bringing such on social media? It's a family thing. We don't really know what is going on in the family. We don't know what happened that will lead. That you know your parents more.
Mind you, the parents are not bad. For them to even ask you to request a
something, gift. Yes, for you said iPhone 8, fine. And they said this much, and you brought it on social media. What kind of a child are you? You know your parents more. You know what side, okay, let me just say, you know what to expect. Yes, you know your parents. You know what to expect when you give that request. Yes. So you now brought it on social media. It's
as if you are chasing clout, yeah. Or you want to trend.
So what do you want? Okay. It's a no-no for me for bringing that on social media. Yes, you know your parents more. You live together with them, and you know what you were expecting from them. So why bring it on?
I like the angle you're actually coming from. Kelvin, you're in support.
Yes. First of all, looking at the girl's face on the video, she never care. You can talk from now to tomorrow. She's giving us that attitude. Like, I'm used to you guys talking.
So showing that she's not affected by what
they are saying. So I feel, like you said, you are supposed to know your parents very well. Now, when they gave you this open check, they want you to ask for something they want what would they like to get for you? Now, talking about this jam thing, if she had requested for, I need a book, or I want to learn a skill, they will gladly accept them. And secondly, I think the parents are actually ignorant about this iPhone thing. Now they feel every girl that uses iPhone
is doing something bad.
You understand? TikTok, all this. So I think that's their own idea of this iPhone.
Because the mother mentioned iPhone 8 is for iPhone that is for prostitutes.
Things like that.
It in the,
so you're supposed to know your parents before you actually request for some settings on them.
Well, basically, for me, I think I don't get my matter into public space for any reason. I don't even give you the luxury to even think you have an idea who I am in the first place. So To what end? What's the motive behind you sharing whatever it is that happened in your home in the public space? So you get sympathy from against
so that
your
they'll buy
own,
her the
no,
iPhone.
against your own, against your own parents. There are other parents who have said worse thing, that they have done worse thing, and people don't, they still move on with their life in the long run. So when they apologize to you and make it up to you and get you iPhone 15, so what happens to the relationship eventually? What happens to people's perception of your parents? In the long run, it's you. Do you understand? What a whitlow on a man's finger is of more importance to him than the war in between Israel and Hamas right now, because we really don't care about you. We don't. Humans don't care that much about you. So why take your own problem, place it in public space, so you become what? Famous?
I think
It's for me. For me, hold on. For me, I think it's unnecessary. You got problems with your parents, try to figure. See, your expectation. My parents never asked me for anything because you number one. Oh, are you the first number one in the world? You failed jam. Are you the first? They even tell you go down the street. I mean, you have neighbors. So what is the big deal? I'm not saying. I mean, those parents have been magnanimous enough to ask you make a request. You know their pockets.
She has a phone, though. She has a phone.
And you know their pockets.
She has a phone. She has a smartphone also.
You know the size. You know the size of what your parents can afford. So why not bring it within that limit? Oh, okay. You say, okay, I want to trade this. Can you please add something to it? I want to get this for this skill. I intend to learn.
But what if they can actually afford it?
I'm just saying, why not? You have one, then trade. Okay, how much have you? Okay, bring in. Say, Ma, Pa, I have this money. Add something. I want to get this for this purpose. It would have been something different.
That's the other angle I wanted
Wait,
to bring.
just hold your thoughts first. But I think that looking at it from this angle, I understand her coming, on social media to say all of that. She shouldn't have brought it to the public space. But this is should I call it, exposition of, what the Nigerian parents do.
Not all parents. Not all
Okay,
parents.
sorry, some Nigerian parents do.
Now we know, we know the
Are you listening?
Do you understand? Most of us on this table, the way we grew up, our parents were harsh. Do you understand?
No, my parents were not.
Okay, your was harsh.
Mine was not.
That's why I said most. Your was not.
Mine
You
was
see,
not.
three against two. So it's most. I was correct. They were harsh to while growing up. The way they speak to issues, the way they discipline, it's actually on the high side. So I think that parents, they need to tone down a bit.
Afreta, you're not a parent yet. You might not be able to speak from a parent.
Don't correct. That's my opinion.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Thank you.
Okay, let me shed more light on your
Okay,
opinion
share
so
that.
that you have a clearer opinion.
All right.
I believe that.
Take that back.
I believe that in a setting,
A family who can afford, a family who, okay, let me use myself and Kelvin as an example. He has 1 million naira in his account. I have 10,000 naira in my account. And someone comes to two of us now and asks him for 1,000 naira and asks me for 1,000 naira. It's going to be easy for him to give him, the person. Because he knows how much, if 1,000 naira minus 1 million, what are we talking about? And me, I have 10,000 naira and I'm still going to feed, I'm still going to transport myself, and you are coming to ask me for 1,000 naira. It's going to be difficult for me to give you. That's what I'm saying. There are some families that when the way they treat their children is nothing to them compared to what they are earning. You get? It's just a piece of cake. But there are some other families, they know how hard they work.
managing.
They are paying rent. They are doing transportation, feeding, and you are not coming to ask for iPhone 8. Mind you, iPhone 8 is almost 140,000 naira. That was when I knew the price. Now that dollar is now, because if this is a recent video, dollar is close to 1,000 or is even above 1,000. 1,025 naira, and you are not coming to ask a mother and a father that, because the way they even mentioned, the way they mentioned admission self in that video is like she has written jam more than once. Yes, because they were hammering on the admission, and you are not coming to ask for. I'm even looking at it from a broader angle, because for them to have even asked you and say, "Oh, what do you want?" They were expecting that you will say something.
And you now came and you now said, trust me now. If they are, because I wish they showed the face of the parents. Assuming they were like the Jai parent that know price of things now. They may have known the price of iPhone 8 that have, or in fact, if all parents feel that if they are old people, all old people feel that iPhone is an expensive gadget. Yeah. So you are not coming to tell them to buy you something that is very expensive. Meanwhile, you have been misbehaving before. And I was reading through the comments and someone said that they checked her TikTok page and were seeing that she was off already. So you can imagine what we are talking about. And to the younger ones, to the younger ones, what I'm going to say is this: I'm a Christian and I go through my Bible. I came across a story before of Ham, Noah's son. Noah was drunk and he was naked, and Ham was mocking the parent. What happened? God cursed Ham. So if you feel that you doing this, because obviously Noah was drunk, and drunkenness is a sin in the sight of God. So even if your parent is saying harsh word, trust me, you are also going to receive a curse. I don't know if we are getting this. And mother, so that days may be long on earth. Whether they are doing the right thing or not, or whether they are being harsh or not, or whether they are being ungrateful or not, the honor is there. So, and I feel this was both sides were wrong. Both sides were wrong. But being at war at each other, that is bringing to me, I see bringing your parents on social media. Because anybody who knows you now, when they see your parent, what will they see?
She has decided to walk naked through the market square of your village. No, you might just imagine it now.
Quiet.
Okay, basically, apart from the fact that the girl actually did that thing that was wrong, so let's talk about the words, the particular words the parents actually use. I know growing up, then there are some certain things my mom would tell me. I'll start feeling bad, and some of the negative words she used affected me growing up as a child. So sometimes when I visit her, if she's saying those things to my little nephew in the house, I'm like, no, if you want beat himself, they beat him, not kill and see you they crazy, as they flog him, you not get sense. You can be beating him and saying that you are blessed. Seriously, you can be beating him and saying you are blessed. You have wisdom.
How many parents get that patience?
Seriously, because we have to understand the fact that our words are very powerful. You can kill a man with what you said, and even physically. You understand? So I think some of the words that the parents actually use were very, very harsh. We're very, very, and this is not the first time they are using such words. That's why it is very.
And then the father said the girl is already corrupt. He said that. So apparently, is what he has seen over time.
He has been saying that's what is actually affecting the child. Fine, we know say the picking make our decision, but most times, if you check some of these stubborn kids, if you keep saying that you are stubborn, you are useless to me, the thing increases. But when you keep prophesying or saying these positive words to them, with time. It might not happen instantly, but with time. Okay. So, as parents, we should be mindful of what we say.
Okay, I spoke about the part of putting it up on social media, which was a no-no for me. Bringing up your family up on social media, and you know what to expect from your parents when you ask for such. But what I also want to speak about is how the parents were bullying her with words, which it's hurtful, coming from parents that really bore you.
And truthfully, there are effects to bullying.
There are effects,
low self-esteem,
mentally,
exactly,
and maybe they've been doing it over time. And this time around, this girl wanted to maybe prove a point. I don't know.
She has no point to prove by bringing it to social media.
Yes, she has no point, but maybe she was that hurtful. I'm not supporting her. I already said it's a no-no for me, for her bringing it up on social media. But the words used by the parents were way too much. iPhone 8, hello. What if it was iPhone 14? Let's manage our words.
Yes,
let's manage
control
our
our
words.
emotions.
Let's balance it up. Balance our emotions with the situations that are happening around us. A lot is happening, but we need to balance it up. Yeah. Let's weigh it up.
So before I round up,
some bones would break the skin and your bones, but words could mar you for life. All right, so parents we let's parents do well to we understand sometimes it could be difficult, but please, when you're angry, most times people say when you're angry, don't react, go over, just calm down and explain. Some parents, it's also when you explain the reason you are beating your child, or when you want to reprimand, this is the reason I'm rebuking you for this, so that things could turn out better.
Also, don't even. I would have loved you to balance the situation and the environment. But don't balance. If you balance, you end up shouting at the person. Just close your eye to it. Because just imagine now the environment where they are in. Feeding is highly expensive. School fees is over the top. Rent is there. Foil. Okay, I don't know who has bought foil of recent. If you buy 10,000 naira foil, you know they are one to the second gauge. It won't even get over it. It will just stay on that first gauge. It's also you are spending almost close to 25,000 every week to buy foil, and you are not coming to ask me after what you have done, instead of you to be thinking of how you even add funds to the family to support, and you know how much me and your mother is earning. You're not coming to ask me to buy you something way above our budget. Well, the balance, go balance. So just parents should they are kids, they are young people. They don't think like you yet. So just try as much as possible to close emotions.
Just try. Thank you very much, Delight. Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, Helene. Thank you, Juvie. So what I'm going to say on the final note, in fact, I also heard, that the girl is a pastor's child, that kind of thing. So speaking to children, please, this generation of children, you all need to be very careful what you post on social media. You cannot come and be spiting your parents, regardless of what happened. We all have been through that. You are going to go through that. And then the parents, the bullying, please, you should cut down on it. These things, they have effect, low self-esteem, emotional and psychological trauma. And in fact, I think you all need to do research on the effects that harsh words have on children. Words, they always, at the end of the day, they will come to life. So I hope that we have been able to bless you on the banter today. So guys, drop your comments, drop your responses. We want to see your comments. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's nice doing this with you guys today. I am Alfreda Ambe Basi, signing out of the banter. Join us same time, same station. Goodbye.